Testing 1 2 1 2.
Your mornings are about to get a whole lot messier.
Stop calling me that, you heifer. Can we say that on air?
You guys are wild.
Wake your ass up.
With VONT, CHAP, and JUSTIS. This is Morning Commute.
Wake me up.
Good morning, gang. It is the Morning Commute podcast, first episode of 2025. Good morning, Justin Chap.
Woo! Man, we made it. 2025. I'm so happy, man.
Good morning, Justice Greg.
Good morning, y'all. New year, new me. Feel me?
And
here.
Yeah, damn lie.
I am
same
right.
him.
It's the
Same old trifling.
It's the same nigga. I'm here.
My name is VONT League. Thank you for listening to the messiest morning show podcast. You know what makes us messy? Chap hasn't showered since last year.
That's a damn
Sure.
shame.
Sure.
That's what it is.
Sure.
And
I'm
yeah,
sponsored by Dove Soap. I think they would say otherwise, okay?
now they sponsor you because they want you to take a fucking bath.
They're sending you free shit. It's
Please.
a message.
They're begging. God. Hey, we are back. First of all, it's episode 15. Appreciate you for tapping in. Whether this is your first episode or you've been listening for this show, originated 5 years ago, back when we were in college, and now we do it as a podcast, which is crazy as fuck to think that we've made it through what feels like 20 years.
Yeah.
It does feel like 20 years. 20 good years, though.
I'll be honest, they weren't all amazing. There was that 1 year, at one time. And I also think that it's just hilarious that we were back on, of all days of the year, the second blackest day of the year, Martin Luther King Day.
Ooh.
Shout out my boy MLK.
Which
Yo,
is very fitting.
I don't like how I don't like how Trump took MLK shine, bro. This is supposed to be his day. You know what I mean? This is
for inauguration day.
Yeah, this is supposed to be his day, and you out here like that's real convenient. We could have done this shit next week.
They did say tomorrow. He said that tomorrow he's going to start mass deportations.
That's insane, bro.
That was not
insane work, but the conspiracy theorist in me is saying they did this on purpose.
This is not what MLK fought for or died for.
Not. He's rolling over in his grave right now. He's like, niggas.
Can I ask you a question? Y'all ever seen a picture of, I think it's his wife, Coretta Scott?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a picture of her going around, people saying she was fine? Is that true?
Wait, what?
Wasn't people saying, let me see, Coretta Scott King. There was a picture or something going around of her like years ago, and I thought people was calling Coretta fine as hell.
Was it her?
Yeah, she was the wife. She died in like 2006. She's not ugly.
She wasn't ugly, bro. She wasn't ugly.
No, she wasn't ugly, but I never. Whoa! We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Ask Coretta Scott King on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
You're right. I'll ask you tomorrow. My bad. I'll ask you tomorrow.
Huh? But yes, I would.
That is crazy. Come on, guys. Let's have some decorum, some respect here, guys.
My fault.
No, bro. It's a new year, same fucking toxicity.
Yes. Very much so.
It's been a minute. We haven't had an episode in a couple of weeks because it's the holidays, but we're back. Chap, what's new with you, my brother?
Man, 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks into the year already, and already had a lot of firsts. I went snowboarding for the first time, which is not really a black thing to do, but I did it. I did it, bro. I have a list of white things that black people don't do that I'm gonna do. I promise you. So
what else is on the list?
What else is on the list?
I tried curling. I did curling for a bit.
Curling?
It's kind of like hockey.
Oh, golf. I got golf up there because I feel like there's not enough black people golfing. There's a few people, but it's not enough. I want to get into that. But one day when I go through my list, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna talk about it.
This nigga start wearing shorts in the winter now.
Well, I ain't getting that crazy now. You wild as hell. But when I went snowboarding
all the time out here, bro.
But before I even went snowboarding, I had another first, and I got pulled over by the cops for the first time. Which I always hear people's stories, and I'd be so just terrified about it. But it actually didn't go that bad. It could have been better, but it happened. Of course, I get pulled over by Jersey City Police Department, which was the last thought in my mind of who pulled me over. I thought I was going to be pulled over by state troopers because I'd be flying on the highway. But Jersey City, they pissed me off. Let me show you how I went, right? I'm on JFK, which is like a big road in Jersey City, right? Mm-hmm. The cop pulls in front of me, and I pull on the side of the cop because he's blocking my way. Mistake number one. He pulls up. We pull up to a light. He starts to slow down. I'm like, all right, he about to turn to left. And I hit the gas a little bit and I pass him. Once I hit the gas, flipped on the lights. I'm like, damn, all right. Pull over to the side. He was like, do you not have any respect? He's like,
is that what he said?
I kid you not. He's like, do you not have any respect? He's like, I'm already doing 5 over the speed limit, and you're doing more than me. So I'm like, one, you're going over the speed limit, sir. Let's be honest here.
That's not what you said to that cop.
No, I ain't say that, but in my head, I'm like, you're doing, nigga. I'm a black nigga. I ain't saying that, but finna make me Black Lives Matter. Yeah. So he's already going to speed limit. He's like, you know not to go past a cop. You need to have more respect. And I'm like, sir, I wasn't even going that fast, respectfully. He's like, we can have a debate, and I can give you this ticket right now. Also, I want no problems. I'm broke. I don't got time for that. He's like, look, next time, don't do no shit like that. You need to have some respect for the officers, whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. But this is a black cop. Why did he come up with so much attitude, bro? He could have been my uncle. I was kind of pissed after that, because if it was a white cop, I understand. You a black cop. You probably related. We don't even know, bro. But some shit that I gotta write down, because I will never forget that moment.
Hey, first of all, I think it's impressive that this is your first time getting pulled over. I've been pulled over a good amount of times.
Same.
I'm a great driver. That's all.
But man, cops, bro, sometimes they just be bored, bro, and like they want an excuse to use their power. You know what I mean? Like that was so unnecessary. He did not have to pull you over, but you know it could have been worse. You know what I mean? You could have got a ticket, could have got shot. You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah. Thank God.
You're like how there's no in between. You didn't go to arrested. You just said ticket or shot. There's no like halfway point,
bro. The last time I got pulled over, I was with my grandmother, bro, and like. The cop asked me a question, and then he was like, just let you know my body cam is on. I'm just like, nigga, what you guys gonna come jump up and slap you? What the fuck? Like, just cops be wild sometimes.
That body cam is on until that cop does something, and all of a sudden they can't find the footage.
Facts.
The battery died.
No, I've been pulled over like a handful of times. They've all been like mild instances. One time my cousin, who's like 30 or something like that, got pulled over with my youngest sister, who was 9, in the car. And I remember my 9-year-old sister at the time, she was maybe 6. And when the cop came to the window, my sister got her out of a ticket by saying, like, please don't take my cousin to jail, or just something stupid like that. And the cop was like, okay, I'll let you off or whatever. Because my little sister started crying to the cop.
It'd be crazy if you still get a ticket.
Yeah, that would have been nasty work. He's like, I got this little girl.
Teach your cousin to follow the rules.
Have y'all had any like racial profiling with cops? Nah?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of, no.
I have on 2 different situations.
Really?
Yeah. So one situation, I was driving from my boy's house. It was me and my friend, and she was Spanish, but she looked white, right? And got pulled over. Granted, I was fucking speeding. I used to speed. I was wilding. I was going like 110.
Demon.
But so he pulled us over. He's like, where you coming from? He asked me all these questions. Then he looks at my friend and he's like, are you okay, miss? Are you okay? What do you mean, are you okay?
Kidnapper assing.
Yeah, like what the fuck you think going on here, bro? That shit was crazy. And another time I was with my cousin and my other homie, and we were in Fairlawn. We were just parked in the street listening to music. And all of a sudden, 3 cop cars pull up and surround our car.
3?
And, yes, and it was like, we got a complaint, and they basically were like, do you guys have weed on you? Which we didn't. Now, granted, we were looking for weed, we just couldn't find any. But
not yet.
That was God.
Yeah, real shit. And he was like, oh yeah, you just get out of here. You know, this is the type of neighborhood you can't just be chilling here. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we're in Fairlawn. Like, it was just nasty work, bro. Like, the fact that 3 cop cars pulled up, you could tell they thought they were about to find some shit.
They were ready to have your ass in cuffs.
Nah,
pause.
The crazy thing is I have respect for cops. Like, I'm not like, if a lot of people was like, F the cops, and you have on the other side of the spectrum is Blue Lives Matter type thing, whatever. And I feel like I'm in the middle. I feel like it's the corrupt cops that be making the image for cops bad. But then you have some people out there where it's like, Like, why are you in this job type shit? Like, what you just want to beat people type shit? So I feel like the way he came at me in that situation was kind of too much, especially as a black man. I think black cops kind of, there's some good black cops, but the ones that are corrupt, the ones that get me pissed off the most, because I'm like, bro, like you already see what's going on in the world. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, respectfully,
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing the Dewey. I didn't have dreads. Not saying that like that's bad, but like I'm me. Like I didn't look like a thug.
You
type
didn't have
shit.
the stereotypical like black things, you know. You weren't like
Exactly.
sagging and shit like that.
Exactly. So I feel like
Yeah.
it was just uncalled for. And I feel like in that moment, if I were to say something again to him, if I see him again, like that's the type of shit that give you a bad image. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have had a respectful conversation. My bad, officer. You know, go on with your day. But like that's the type of shit that make people not like cops. You know what I'm saying? Like you came with the attitude. Don't be mad because I came back with it.
And it's not even just a racial thing, bro. Because I know we've all encountered people, whether like you could be working at like ShopRite and like, you know, someone becomes assistant manager and they start acting like they're in boot camp trying to boss people around.
Bro,
Right.
it's respect. It's respect.
Like, bro, they need you in aisle 7. Shut up.
Yeah, when people get like just a little bit of power, sometimes it really gets to people. And cops, they have a lot of power. So it definitely gets to some people for sure.
Yeah, I've been pulled over several times, never any bad interactions. The one bad, and I air quotes around bad interaction I had with a cop was this was like the year of COVID or whatever, and it was like middle of winter, and I had just bought a new car because my car had got totaled a couple months prior. I bought a new car from random dealer or random lot or something, and it was parked in front of my house, but because it was COVID, I couldn't go get license plates for it because the DMV was like almost impossible to get into. So the car was just parked in front of my house. I wasn't driving it or anything. Somebody, I guess it was a snowy day since it was the dead of winter, slid on my street and like crashed the car that I had just bought. So I had never even driven the car. I just drove it home and the car was like totaled. And the person that hit the car, they had like, it was hit and run, but their license plate had fell off. So I had their license plate, called the cops, and the cop looks at me and is like, why is this car on the street with no license plate on it? I said, because I can't get an appointment, but I'm trying to schedule one. And so he was like, well, you know, I can give you a ticket for having a untagged car on the street. And I said, but you're not, I'm holding the license plate of the person who hit and run this car. You're not going to go put this in the system, but you're going to give me a ticket. And so like bullshit had happened. Like that was bullshit. Then the next, like I moved on, maybe 2 or 3 days later, like I think we had got some more information or something. I don't remember. My dad calls the cops again. That same dumbass cop comes and says the same thing. Like, now I'm really going to get you a ticket. And I said to the cop, or me and my dad was like, you want me to go take the car in the house? Like, since you're so pressed about it being on the street, like what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm not driving the car. My car was not in motion when it got totaled. Like now, like I just wasted however many $1,000 on this car that I didn't even get the chance to drive. Nonsense. And the cop was Hispanic.
Crazy.
Yeah, but no, I'm glad that there's no like, I have no problems with police. My girlfriend's dad is a retired lieutenant or sergeant. Just, you know, yeah, like you said, Justice, it just comes down to like a thing of people with power.
Yeah, sometimes it is a racial thing for sure, but
and egos.
Yeah.
Justice, you and I have both worked with people in much smaller capacities that get too power hungry and just need to take a chill pill. Like, relax. This is an on-campus job.
Facts. Yep. I think of the same people.
Justice, what's new with you, bro? Since we've been gone,
man, I've been busy, bro. I've been working on a lot of stuff. With SVS,
Super Studios.
Finally dropped my merch. The link will be in bio. You feel me? Yeah, I just have a lot planned for this year. I've been getting into writing more, which I was really slacking on last year, so I'm glad I'm getting back into that. Definitely have a lot planned for like the summer and later in the year, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, other than that, been chilling, man. Still going to the gym. Still been hooping like once a week. My knees, bro. We getting old. We were talking this before the call, bro. We are getting up, like we are officially unk status.
No. We're not unk yet. We're not unk yet. You pushing the process. No.
Somebody, we talked about this a couple episodes ago. Justice said that you were talking to somebody and they called you unk, is what you said?
Yep.
We were one of our TikTok clips, RIP. Somebody was talking about, I guess, something you said, Justice, and they were like, yeah, I agree with unk. I started laughing.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man. But it's reality. It's just reality, man.
This the age where stretching is 100% important. I promise
Facts.
you. You
Bro,
can't jump
I
up
swear to
anymore.
God, I woke up the other day, and the first thing I do every morning, I'll drink like half a bottle of water because your body's so dehydrated. And the other day, I just started stretching because I was just like, I need to stretch. Like, we just getting fucking old. And then, like, we're 23, 24, and 25. So, like, are we even old? But, like, yes.
Nah, we failed it after a while. We I mean, like Justin said, we were just talking about this before the call of like just getting up out of bed and like it's so hard nowadays. But before, when we was first years of college, it was like 3 hours of sleep. I'm running around doing whatever.
Facts.
Can't do that no more.
Nope.
Facts.
Not at all.
Not too much new with me. I will say my girlfriend just started getting into Law and Order SVU, which that's my fucking show. So now that's like our show that we're watching, and I love it, and I have just so much to teach her. She got me. I'm gonna show you for Christmas. She got me a Funko Pop figure of Finn from Law and Order SVU. I was
Is that
so
your favorite character?
one of them. I want both of them. This one, and they have one of Benson, the other detective, and I was just so
Okay.
happy that she got this for me.
That's tough.
So that's, I guess, what's new. I've also been, Chap, you had brought up my hair. I've been wolfing. I've been wolfing. I've grown out my hair, and like my beard looks crazy. I don't know if we're allowed to say homeless in 2025. I believe the term now is unhoused, but I look like that because I swear to God, one day I said homeless on the radio, and somebody was like, "You can't say that." I was like, "All right," but because my barber like messed up my hairline and like took it back a little bit too much, and so now I'm a little worried that it won't ever recover.
Nah, it'll recover. It's gonna grow back.
But I just hate looking like this. And then like I don't even want to go get my beard tapered up or like trimmed up, because then I'm gonna have like a trimmed beard, but like my hairline's gonna be effed up, whatever. And so I'm trying to grow it back and then find another barber. Bro, it's so hard to find like good black barbers out here. I found a barber, but he charges freaking $80 for a haircut, which like I guess respect to you.
80?
Yeah.
Nah,
So
bro,
what?
that's insane.
It's nasty out here. I know barbers charge more.
And he's so good. And I think part of it's because he cuts Anthony Edwards' hair, like Vikings and Timberwolves players. So like that's cool,
That's
but
why.
just like, God damn.
Respectfully, I'm not Anthony Edwards.
I'm saying.
I'm broke. I'm broke. Please charge
Pretty
me
much.
the 40 or the 35. I'll take it. That's it.
I'm worried though, because like, and I want to actually know how you guys do this when you get haircuts. Would you say something to your barber if they cut your hair and you didn't like it? Because I was going to a dude for like a year and some change, and like every now and then he did something that like I wasn't like a fan of, maybe like took my hairline a little too far back or like kept my beard a little thicker than usual or thinner than usual. But at some point he just started like messing me up, so I stopped going. And then I went to another guy like 2 times, and I wasn't in love with it. But I personally don't say anything because I'm kind of confrontational, but that's something I don't want to, because you have my hair in your hands, my like the way I look. And also at that point, what's done is done. So what the fuck am I gonna do,
Yeah.
I get that. I'm the opposite. I'm not confrontational. So like it takes me a good, like there's levels to like a fuck up that will reach me to say something. If it's like I've had my hairline pushed back one time, I feel like if it's straight and it's pushed back, I'll deal with it. Next time I'll be like, hey bro, like don't push it back so far. But if it's like something that's very noticeable, like I always tell the story, I got a fade one time when I was younger, and I look back at it now, I was so embarrassed. It was literally like an island sitting on my head, like hair and then no hair. I should have said something then. My father should have said something then. I should light him up.
Definitely should have said
But
something.
yeah, if it's something like that where it's noticeable, like niggas like they laughing at you, I'm gonna say something. But for the most part, I feel like you should build the rapport with your barber. I'm big on that, because y'all should have some relationship where it's like, okay, if I speak to you about something, I don't expect it to happen again. Shout out to Evie.
Right. And that's fine. It's just hard for me to find, I guess, the guy that I was going to for a year. I thought we had a rapport, but like it was just always, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. And so I stopped going. But like now when I go to places and I do build this rapport, I don't know if I say something or like if I take it even as far as just, I'm not paying you because you fucked up. Because there are people that do that.
It's something that my barber EB told me. He's like, he always asks me like, oh, is this good? Is that good? Da, da, da. And I'm like, bro, yeah, you good. Like you always cut my hair, whatever. He's like, I actually, because you're paying this money and these high prices he's like, you deserve to tell me what's wrong and what you wanted, whatever. He's like, tell me what you need because you're paying the money, you deserve it. I agree. So whatever new barber you go to, make sure you remember that, because you're paying that price. Respectfully, he's in service to you.
Yeah, definitely. When you have a new barber, you have to build that rapport, and it's important to like let him know what you like, what you don't like. I've been going to the same barber my whole life, so like I think we both know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I tell him like one thing, like don't cut it so low, don't cut the beard so low, and like we pretty much know. But as far as new barbers, yeah, I would definitely, if it's bad, like it'd be like, yo, like next time don't push my hairline so back, and he'll definitely take note of that for sure.
But like, would you go as far as like,
Oh,
what
not
if he fucked your shit up? Are you gonna not pay? Are you gonna tell him and then not pay, or are you just gonna be like fuck, take an L and leave and still pay?
If my hairline's crooked, I'm not paying. Real shit. I bet, bro. I'm not paying for this shit, bro. Look at it. Like I nah.
I feel like some people say that, but I've never seen anybody, and I have never been the person to like. Sometimes I'll just take the L, pay, and leave.
Bro, that's fucked up, because if your hairline's crooked, bro, you're gonna have to push it back to fix it. So it's like, yeah, like you fucking my shit up. I'm definitely not paying you, bro. Fuck that. And like, yeah,
I don't know. I'm just not good with confrontation in that way.
I get it, man. I've never had it to the point where it's been fucked up where I have to say something. If it's drastically crazy, I'm saying something. But I'm with you. I'm paying, and I'm you just won't ever see me again. You know what I'm saying? You might see me post the other barber the next week, because like he fixing that shit. Respectfully.
thanks.
And we'll move on. And I want to know, because like women, I'm sure women who are probably a little bit more confrontational do this with their hair or their nails, because they take a lot more
That's
pride.
expensive though.
They take
nails and hair. What?
They take more pride, I think, than guys, because guys are just kind of like whatever. Also, nails and hair, like we're complaining about an $80 haircut, which is a lot, but women pay a lot more for a lot less.
Yes,
and
bro.
nails and shit. So I'm sure there are plenty of women that would walk out or be like, no, to hell with this.
Probably, yeah. But also, like, women get their hair done. I don't know how often some women get their hair done. I get my hair cut every other week.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
true.
And also like a bad hairdo, I feel like that's like you could go somewhere else, they could fix it real quick and your hair will still be intact. If someone fucks up my hairline, you're like, your shit's fucked up for months.
Yeah, you're sitting there, you're waiting.
It's like mine hasn't gotten a cut in months, in a month. You know what I mean? So like, it's different.
And I don't know how much long. I don't want to just keep sitting here like this. I hate it. It's not like terrible. There's worse people in the, like niggas that look worse in the world, but I hate looking like, y'all know, like you said, like I get a haircut every other week. I was watching old videos of when we used to do this show in college, and I watched maybe a month's worth of videos, and I don't think I could see a time where I didn't have a haircut. Like, so it's a goddamn shame.
But if you again, when you find a new barber, definitely build that rapport. But if you feel like you can't leave without saying something, bro, say something. Go with your gut.
Sometimes I got to take that L, bro. I'm just not that confrontational dude.
I get it, bro. I get it.
But well, I'm glad that we're all in our well spirits, man. I'm trying to find these pictures of my hairline from like a different angle to show you, because like I feel like right now, and by the way, we're on YouTube. If you want to watch all the magic happen. See,
this thing is reminiscent about his hairline, bro.
No, I'm trying to find pictures of my hairline now, like shitty pictures, so I could show you like how bad it is what I was doing. But we're on YouTube. Look us up on Supervillain Studios. We upload video. Spotify, you can watch us as well. Or if you just want to listen because maybe you're at work and you got your headphones in, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We are, like I said, your messiest morning show podcast, the messiest morning show podcast with VONT, Leak, Justice, Greg, and Justin Chapman. Thank you for being here on the ride. We're gonna do something where we take a look at everything that Black Twitter is talking about. We tapped into the culture, and you should be too. And this is honestly one of the only social medias that we have left, because fucking TikTok could potentially be gone. Let's talk about that and more in the Black Twitter Report.
From the latest rap beefs to the hottest debates, and even the messiest celebrity scandals in between, it's the Black Twitter Report on Morning Commute.
Yeah, Black Twitter Report is us talking about all the things that are happening on social media. Black Twitter is like another side of Twitter that if you're not tapped into, you need to be. We'd be stupid if we didn't kick it off with everything that's going on in the LA fire in California with the LA fires. Our thoughts prayers and condolences to. I have I don't know if you guys have friends or family out there. I have a couple of like radio friends, and it's so I'm glad to see the different types of media doing all that they can and talking about it and how people can get involved, whether it's GoFundMe's or going to do community service to be able to help a lot of people who have been affected, either whether they have to evacuate or their houses or businesses have been affected. So I said this on the radio yesterday. It's so great to see, obviously a shitty situation, but how much it brings people together. You know,
Agree.
I felt the same way with like the pandemic. Like obviously it was such a crappy situation, but to see how many people cared to, do the things that they had to do to stay safe. So our continued thoughts and prayers go out to every single person that's affected in California and people that aren't in California that might have family and friends. So
Yeah, for sure. I don't know anyone in LA, but this turned out bigger than I thought. And again, hearts go out to everyone that's affected.
Yeah, these wildfires are scary, man. I remember later last year, we had some wildfires in New Jersey, but it definitely wasn't as bad as it is out there now.
I wouldn't even say it's comparable. No.
Yeah, at all. Like I was just out there, you know what I mean, in October. So like it's just crazy, especially like where the fires are.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's wild. So yeah, definitely thoughts and prayers to everybody out there.
Indeed. Other big stuff that's going on. We are recording this right now, Saturday, January 18th. But the day that this comes out,
oh man,
it's Inauguration Day.
Oh man.
And Justice said, them doing this on MLK Day feels like highway robbery.
It's sick. It's sick,
not what
bro.
Martin Luther King died for.
It is sick, bro. It is sick. And are y'all tuning in to this inauguration?
Probably.
I guess.
I'm interested to see, like, I don't know what typical inaugurations are like. Like, it's not like the Super Bowl that I'm tapped in for, but because this is the first one, I think in 40 years that'll be inside because it's supposed to be like cold ass temperatures in DC.
Yeah, man. Hell froze over, literally. I thought about that when I saw the headline. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all saw the list of performers because that's such a big thing when the inauguration is coming around, and it's a lot of surprising names you'll see up there. Some people I expect, Kid Rock, of course, Jason Aldean, the conservative people. But then you got Snoop Dogg. And wait, before you judge, something in me, Snoop Dogg always gets to a bag. I don't know how much they get paid for inauguration, but I'm not gonna fault Snoop Dogg. I feel like Snoop Dogg always gonna get to it regardless. But then you got Nelly too. Nelly's on that list of performers, and I don't know. Nelly don't get talked about that much, but a lot of people are saying they're traitors to the culture and stuff like that. Do you think they're being traitors, or you think they just get into a bag and they got to do what they got to do?
Bro, I think we all need to brace ourselves because you will never know you'd be surprised how many celebrities love Trump, bro. And like whether it's his values or whether it's like these are rich people, you know what I mean? So like
definitely.
So I'm not surprised. Snoop maybe surprised me a little bit, but
really,
people love Trump, bro. So,
yeah, they do.
So it doesn't really shock me that much. As far as the inauguration, you already know it's gonna be some nonsense, bro. You know how Trump does. It's gonna be crazy. He's gonna come out fucking with Hulk Hogan, fireworks. It's gonna be a whole big thing,
the Klan in the corner.
Yeah, it's gonna be like fucking like 50 American flags in the background. It's gonna be a whole shit, you know what I mean? And
definitely.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that video of at Jimmy Carter's funeral? Obama and Trump like sitting there kikiing.
Yeah.
That was funny. And people doing like parodies of whatever the hell they could have been talking about. And people was just like Obama was saying like, all right, like enough, like cool, whatever. Stop talking to me.
You gotta be cordial.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chap, exactly. I don't know why people were making such a big deal. Like some people were like, oh, Obama's so fake. Some people are like, oh, see, like these people are on the same side. Like, I don't like people need to understand, like, y'all have never talked to someone at work that you don't really like. I feel like everyone does that on a daily basis.
Facts.
And like it's literally keeping it cordial, like for appearances. Like, would you want Obama to spaz on him like that? Like,
imagine that.
Yeah, you got like you want him to Will Smith that nigga? Like,
yeah, let's not forget people try to cancel Obama over a tan suit The president wearing a tan suit. So Obama was doing whatever he could do, or maybe they are cool. Even if like they don't have to be buddy. He could just be like, oh hey, what's up? Like you said, cordial. Like,
did y'all see the hoopla about Michelle not coming to the inauguration? And then people were like, Trump did not come to Biden's 4 years ago, so it should be good.
Nah, Michelle real for that. She was like, I ain't fake. Obama, he kind of had to go. You know what I mean? Like he was a president, you know.
Michelle celebrating MLK Day.
Exactly.
She probably got there's like probably restaurants and shit that got deals. Chap, you remember we did that story a long time ago?
Wait, no, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
All right.
Was it the 4th of July breakfast thing?
Hold on, because Justice, what?
All right. What restaurants would be acceptable to y'all to have Martin Luther King Jr. sales?
I don't know, but the reason I said that is because it was 9/11 is what it was, Chap.
Oh,
restaurants that were having 9/11 like designed catered meals or whatever, and it was shit like Pentagon pie.
Ah, bro,
crazy shit.
I swear to God, let me see if I can find it.
And we're like, who approved this?
Never forget about these deals. Like that's nasty work. That's nasty.
Here it is right here. It's Freedom Flounder, Pentagon pie, 911 oysters, the Remember Teeny, the Flight 93 redirect, the First Responder flatbread. This was a real menu of food items at, where is this? Some place called the Clubhouse. I don't know where this is.
That place shut down.
Right.
Quickly after.
Immediately.
Yeah,
why did you have some place in mind that you thought would have good MLK Day meals?
I mean, Chap said Waffle House. That's pretty spot on. But other than that, or like Roscoe's, I feel like MLK Day deals would not be like. I don't think people wouldn't fuck with that, bro. Like, I would feel some type of way if KFC's like, oh, Martin Luther King get a free bucket of chicken. Like, nah, bro, no, that's just like
that's real. That's some dirty work right there. I'm telling you,
exactly, bro. Like, you giving out chicken for MLK Day?
Wait, that's like we also talked about this on an early episode about like a Walmart putting out the Juneteenth ice cream. Somebody had watermelon on sale or something. Like that.
It was there was the Walmart, and then there was an elementary school that was giving out Black History lunches during February. So it was like chicken, watermelon, and grape soda. And then there was like an elementary school kid that went home and was like, Mommy, it's not even watermelon season. What the hell? Like, the fact that like a 9-year-old knows that is hilarious.
You have to go find watermelon, bro.
Right.
Wait,
they had like ribs on the like Black History Month menu. Like, what elementary school serving ribs for lunch?
The McRib at McDonald's.
Fried chicken, watermelon, grape soda is nasty, but that is a fire lunch. If we're being honest,
no, that's not, bro.
That's definitely better than the normal lunch they get, bro.
You get a little side of cornbread, like the little muffin.
Ooh. That's tough.
You get a little muffin with it, bro. Don't play,
insane, bro. Insane. But we'll see what's happening with this inauguration, man. It's like you said, it's going to be a lot of unexpected things coming up. But I want to see how many people are showing up to this and who shows up to this. Not just celebrities, but just other people that we know.
Yeah. The inauguration is going to be today as we're when you're listening to this is going to be today, and definitely an eventful day because TikTok. It might be out of here, bro. I mean, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like TikTok is about to be out of here. We don't know in what capacity, whether like you won't be able to download on the App Store, or like it's just gonna like dissolve from our phones. Like I remember, y'all remember when we were younger, the game Flappy Bird.
Yeah,
yeah.
It just left people's phones. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's gonna be like that. But yeah, TikTok is gone, and I'll say this. Me personally, I'm gonna miss TikTok, bro. One, as a creator, I really appreciate TikTok's algorithm. It's a billion times better than Instagram. Instagram's algorithm is fucking trash.
It is.
Facts.
Yeah. And I think that TikTok is catered more towards creators for sure.
Mm.
But also I'm gonna miss the app, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like people, I feel like TikTok for a while had a negative connotation where like you think of TikTok, you think of like corny TikTok dances and trends, but like they really got my For You page down. And like once that happened, bro, you could spend an hour on TikTok and don't even realize it, bro. Like once they get your algorithm down, bro, like TikTok. I think TikTok's a great app, and I think people like to compare it to Vine. I think it's like on the same par as Vine, bro. I really, really do. I loved Vine, but TikTok was great, bro. I'm definitely gonna miss TikTok for sure.
I think TikTok was good for content creators in general. I feel like where I would like say it's not comparable to Vine. Vine was good for. Let me backtrack. Vine was good for content creators. TikTok is good for content creators and business people. Because even if you weren't a content creator, where Vine was so much like dancing and shit like that, TikTok is you can learn how to mount a fucking TV on TikTok. You could learn how to like become a social media strategist, like for something not content, like a company or something like that. There's just like recipes, like so much stuff on TikTok that I feel like even us, like our show, Vine, you can't get away with doing anything on Vine that wasn't really a dance or just something that wasn't memorable. Whereas TikTok became the new Google essentially.
It did, bro. It did. Like you talked about, like how to mount TV. You used to type YouTube for that type of shit. Now
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be because it's gonna be quick.
I think it's a blend of Instagram and YouTube. Instagram because of the content, and YouTube because it's so informative.
Yeah, that's true. And RIP, we don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said, we're recording this Saturday, so this might be our last day using TikTok. I have no clue. If we're still for some reason on TikTok, go follow us at Morning Commute Pod, please. That's the other thing. Our clips that we do for the show do significantly better on TikTok than they do on Instagram because, like Justice said, the algorithm is just catered better for, I guess, really a lot. Like I think part of that is because Instagram just changes so much stuff. I don't think it can keep up with its own algorithm.
Guys, I understand we're talking about TikTok. It's not going anywhere. Me and Justice already made this bet last time. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be. It's going to be gone by the 19th. But I promise you, somebody's going to buy it out after. We're not going that long without it. That's like, my picture.
You think it's going to disappear and then just come back? I think that's stupid.
Nah, I think somebody's definitely going to buy it out after they figure out how, not helpless, but just how important it was in society. I'm telling you. So one of these billionaires, they already throwing money to buy it. They just got to play the cards right.
It is important, but it also is kind of detrimental for sure. I think
I've heard both sides of the coin.
I think this younger generation attention span is cooked at this point.
Oh, definitely.
Like
definitely.
Like my cousin who's younger than me, like I asked him like what shows he watched, and like he said he doesn't watch TV. He just goes he said TikTok and YouTube Shorts, not even YouTube Shorts. He don't even watch full-length YouTube videos.
Because nobody's watching these long-ass videos anymore, unfortunately.
You guys remember when like when we starting this back up as a pod, we were trying to figure out like how to do well in TikTok. And shout out to Drake, the guy who does clips for us. He said what you need to do to keep people's attention spans, put us, like our clip of Morning Commute, and then next to it or over it or whatever, a video of somebody vacuuming straight lines or somebody playing like Subway Surfers. Because then something needs to grab people's attention.
Yeah.
Because us just sitting here won't. And it's just crazy how short people's attention spans are. I'm not learning Mandarin. I'm not going over to Red Note or Blue Sky or any of those. Because those are all like Chinese-based apps.
Lemonade? Like no Lemonade?
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's funny how like they said that like TikTok was like used like spying on us and getting our information. People are like, no, don't give a fuck. And like they're just like, and it was from China. And they're like, yeah, fuck, we're just gonna use this other Chinese app. It's just like Americans do not give a fuck.
No, I was on Threads for like maybe a month and it was so stupid. So I said, fuck that. I'm content with Instagram, TikTok.
Threads is trash, bro.
Yeah.
I tried when people were like that month when people were like, yeah, we're not doing Twitter no more. Fuck, what was that app I tried? Was it Blue Sky?
Blue Sky, yeah.
Nah, I think it was the other one though, because there was two. Spill. I tried Spill because it's like it was supposed to be a black. It was a black app.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I definitely know what you're talking about.
That ain't it, bro.
Nobody
on there, bro.
Yeah, not the black creatives can't give him the.
No, I it's gonna be hard to recreate Twitter because one, you be seeing so much out of pocket shit.
Yeah,
and like people are really hilarious, like on Twitter, bro. Like,
So
but that's the crazy thing, because again, I've heard both sides of the conversation where it's like free speech is amazing, but also you give the freedom to like have misinformation, people say some crazy shit type shit. So like I don't know, I'm still in the middle because I feel like people should be able to say whatever they feel like, but then you have the goofballs out here that don't know what the fuck they're saying, and they just on the comments slur words all over it. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Honestly, like there was rumors that Elon was going to buy TikTok too, which I don't want to happen because he kind of already fucked up Twitter. And I'll say this: since he's bought Twitter, I've seen way more Trump shit.
Oh yeah, of course.
And like it's real nasty. Also, I think it's crazy how like you own Twitter and it's supposed to be about free speech, and yet he'd be like pushing like Trump and MAGA shit. Like I think you feel like if you own an app like that, you're supposed to be at least a little impartial.
Mhm.
But
True.
You see the irony. You see it.
yeah, it's yeah. We'll see what happens though. RP TikTok if it happens.
R.I.P. Can we talk about somebody else that's in distress?
Me. Nah.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Let's not open that bag. Nigga got a boatload of problems.
Let me open my journal.
Right. It's a scroll of issues Chap has. No, I want to talk about Wendy Williams. Because hashtag free Wendy is popping off. Everybody and their mom, not just Black Twitter, was talking about this week. Wendy Williams spoke out for the first time in I don't know how many years, did an interview on the Breakfast Club. And what's going on is Wendy Williams is pretty much locked in a conservatorship, which if you don't know what that is, it's kind of what Britney Spears was in, where somebody has control of all your assets and your money and whatnot. We don't really know how she kind of got in it. And the person, say her name, Sabrina Morrissey, is the person that has control of, Wendy sold her cats and sold her apartment and has her in what she says is a facility in New York where she doesn't have access to a phone. She needs a key to get into the door, that she's staying in the room. She said that she's locked in there with like 70, 80, 90-year-olds. And there's just been a bunch of rumors lately about how she's has like early onset dementia and all these other issues because of drug and alcohol abuse. But in the interview, she sounds pretty lucid, like pretty.
Bro, they said she was incapacitated.
They did
incapacitated. That was not incapacitated.
She sound. If you listen to the interview, the Breakfast Club did it. Go search it on YouTube. Great interview. And you guys know I'm not even a Wendy Williams fan like that. But it was a great interview from the Breakfast Club, and Wendy, glad to see that she's in good spirits. It's just so bonkers to me to see like how conservatorships even happen. Like, who declared Wendy Williams in this conservatorship? Who is Sabrina Morrissey? Like, I guess she was like part of Wendy's team at some point, and then eventually when Wendy Williams was like had Graves' disease or was a little bit incapacitated, I guess they just went full force. But she sounds just like Wendy Williams. She just sounds old, and she's not even old. She's only 60 years old. But there was a lot of times in the interview where she was like, look, I think that's just Wendy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sad. I always think about this, like situations like that. The person that's doing it, like, do they ever sit down and be like, this is wrong? Like, this is not a good thing for the other person that's on the other end. And that just never happens. Again, justice for Wendy, and I hope this same situation with Britney Spears, because I know she was in the same situation. I hope that happens with Wendy. It's really sad. And again, it's always free Wendy. I'm not a big Wendy Williams fan either, but this is just sick, man. This is sick.
Yeah, nah, I'm with you guys. I'll be honest with you, listening to the interview, I personally felt like she was still a little bit out of it, but she was talking coherently though. It didn't seem like she was totally incapacitated. I still don't know how these guardianship things work, bro. It's very, very confusing. And I feel like in general, old people and people with disabilities, there's a lot of times there's people taking advantage of them, whether they're in like a home or when it comes to finances, whether that be people close to them, whether people be family. So it's important. That's why it's important that when you have a family member with this, you need to stay close to them. Now, unfortunately, Wendy, she has a lot of money, so she was a target for that. So it's like after that, it's just so many questions. Like how did this happen? It's just so many questions still about the situation. Hopefully, it gets resolved. Especially like it's public now. So yeah,
Quick side note. I think it's crazy how this has been going on for a good minute now, and she's basically have been hiding in the shadows. And like, I'm in New York, right? But there's other people that go through this shit, and it's like, we don't see this every day. Like, this is happening, and like I've seen like TMZ have footage of her and people passing by, but nobody knew like this was going on. I think that's very scary, because she probably wanted to cry for help many times and she couldn't. It's very sad. That's why we can't judge people just by like the book cover. We have to look into stuff.
I agree with you, Justice. The interview, she sounded not all the way there, but coherent. I personally just think Wendy Williams was never all the way there. That's why I think she sounds normal.
Yeah.
As far as like the conservatorship, the difference between Wendy Williams and Britney Spears, Britney, her family was on the side of the conservator, which was her dad. Her dad, like, they were all on the side. It was them versus Britney. Wendy Williams, it's the conservator versus Wendy and her family. Like, I know Wendy Williams got a divorce, but like her son, who was like our age, he's not a grown adult, but he is an adult, and he could have like he could take care of Wendy if need be. There's no reason that he shouldn't have access to some of Wendy's like things or whatever. There was a part of the interview where Wendy said she almost missed her son's graduation, or next month she might miss her dad's 94th birthday because the conservator won't let her leave and go do certain things. And it's just a very sad situation overall. I'm just glad that, well, I have a question. One, I guess, how did Wendy, and her niece was on the interview too, how did Wendy and her niece get access to even do as much of the interview as they did? And then I guess, like, what's going to happen next? Like, do you think there'll be like retaliation or something? Or like, do you think we won't or will hear from Wendy Williams after this?
I definitely think it'll be some retaliation. I think, if I recall right, listening to the interview, like they did it while the Guardian was not in like the room or some shit, or they like got approval because they told the Guardian that it was something that it was not. So it's definitely gonna be retaliation. Hopefully somebody like sees this, like law enforcement, and be like, okay, we need to like keep tabs on like where Wendy Williams is. But again, we don't know if that's gonna happen. So that's the scary thing about it.
Oh yeah, this is crazy, man. This is definitely a crazy situation for sure. And
I'm telling you,
it's only gonna get worse.
Really?
I think so for sure. Because once like they get into like legal stuff and she starts like fighting, the conservative shit, it's gonna get nasty for sure. Because it's all about money at the end of the day. That's what it's about.
I disagree. I'm kind of optimistic. I think since now it's getting so much attention, that people are going to talk about it more, and in some way, somehow, she's going to get out of this on top. I'm telling you, she got the $2 million Netflix deal waiting for her. She's about to have a good documentary and a good film, whatever they did for Jamie Foxx, they about to have for Wendy too. I'm telling you, she's going to come up on top. I'm very optimistic about it.
Hey man, look, it might get better, but I think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
True.
Like the process is going to be a long, stretched out process.
The Messiest Morning Show podcast, Morning Commute, on Instagram and maybe TikTok. Probably not, but go follow us at Morning Commute Pod. First show of 2025, fellas. What are your predictions? What do you think is going to pop off this year? I feel like if this is anything like 2024, it'll be messy and toxic for sure. Like, remember last year we started the year off with that Cat Williams interview?
Oh man, that was a great start of the year, honestly.
What do you guys think is going to happen, Justice?
So I think personally, last year we saw, I don't know if y'all remember, like the beginning of last year, it was the stuff with like the aliens like pulling up in like the mall in Miami.
Get out my list.
And then like no, but then like late last year, they like confirmed that aliens are like there's like extraterrestrial life in the ocean.
Yeah,
which is like no one fucking is talking about, which is crazy to me. I think this year we're gonna see like the first like official alien sighting or UFO sighting. I think it's gonna be like of the first like clear, like it's gonna be like a clear, because usually when you see like UFO shit or alien shit, it's gonna be blurry as fuck. I think we're gonna see something like real clear this year. I think we're gonna see some crazy shit.
You think that's part of the like New Jersey drones? Like that was like them doing some sightseeing before they decide to come plant down on the earth?
Bro, I think they were looking for some shit. I'll be honest with you, because by me there was so many drones. It was crazy, and like they're big.
Part of the Illuminati.
Am I part of the Illuminati? I can neither confirm nor deny.
No, I said I know you are. I said because you are a part of the Illuminati. You don't need to confirm.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What's understood don't need to be explained, sir.
But yeah, I think we're gonna see that, and Also, I think last year was big about like exposing people. I think we're gonna get more of that this year. I think it's gonna be even worse. I think there's gonna be more allegations. I think like real famous people, like I think
VONT leak, yeah, definitely.
VONT leak for sure. VONT leak for sure. I think like you're gonna see like some real Jay-Z allegations, Oprah. People
Oprah's
like,
crazy.
yeah, people yeah. I think it's gonna get crazier this year with that. Those are my two predictions.
Okay. I'm a little skeptical about the aliens thing. I don't think we're there yet.
I think we're getting there, chap.
Yeah, I think we are on the verge of like just seeing like real sightings, but at the same time, there's so much misinformation and AI is developing, so people are going to blame it on that. If there is anything real, they'll be like, "Oh, that's AI made," like type thing.
Hey, look, I didn't say it was going to be real. It could be like government manufactured.
Yeah,
like they could be lying to us. We don't know. Like we can go get into the conspiracy bag. That's a whole other podcast. But
no, definitely.
Yeah, I just think we're gonna see some shit this year. That's what I think.
Okay, I respect that. For me, talking about things that just was popular last year, you know, your girl Tay Tay, she had a great year, just dropping all them albums, and she just took away all them Grammys. But I think it's gonna be another big year for her in 2025, but for different reasons. I think she's gonna get pregnant this year, have a baby.
I don't think so. I disagree.
What, bro? She's 35. She has no kids yet. She's with Travis Kelce. That was like a big story 2023. I think it's about time.
As somebody that's just on the pop star circuit, like, you know, I work in, like, Taylor Swift is like literally my boss essentially. I think Taylor Swift has so much great going. Her and Travis, I think they have so much going on with him and the Chiefs. Like, they're about to go to the Super Bowl, and Taylor Swift is going to announce another tour and put out another album. I think they're enjoying life, not worried about kids. And people also think they're going to get married. I also think they are not worried about being married, because that will also just hinder them being like just free to go do whatever.
I think this is just put more attention on her. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't think she's doing it for attention, but if anything, it's giving her more publicity and it's going to give her more fans. Her fans are about to be super fans of her and the child.
I don't disagree with that. I just think Taylor Swift has just so much like, if Taylor Swift has a kid, all that shit is stopping. It'll put more attention on her. She's not going to have time to go on tour.
Bro, Beyonce had 3 kids. She's still on tour.
Yeah, but Beyonce's Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. That's a different beast right there.
Let me not get canceled. My second prediction is, for the Super Bowl. So we know Kendrick is performing Super Bowl halftime this year, and that whole beef with him and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne should have performed because in New Orleans. I think Kendrick is still about to bring out Lil Wayne just out of respect and just to, you know, some solidarity shit for the people. I think that's going to be a thing in February.
I think so too.
I agree.
What you got, Vaughn?
I think I have 3 predictions real quick. One of them small. I think my first one is CHAP will finally reclaim his love for me. And that's something. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
It's something I'm manifesting, actually.
Sure. And R. Kelly's getting out of jail this year. Sure.
It's on his vision board.
No, my predictions. I think Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel are going to get divorced. Because Justin Timberlake,
why are you praying on his downfall?
I'm not, but like Justin Timberlake has had so much like scandal in the past couple of years, and like even while he's on tour, I just feel like it's gonna happen.
I'm saying one of these days, they about to visit you at the radio station. You a public figure, my brother.
They gonna have there's gonna be so many people with a cease and desist against me. And again, I guess maybe I should have made these a little less negative. I'm not wishing death on anybody, but I think somebody big is gonna die this year.
Ooh,
and it's gonna shake this world up.
Who?
I don't know who. I guess I don't want to wish death on anybody, but I think it's gonna happen. I remember we all almost thought Jamie Foxx was gonna pass whenever he had his scare. Thank God that he's still here. But I think it's gonna be somebody of like that level, of that stature. Like I don't even want to say anybody.
Right,
but like somebody of that level.
I have someone in mind.
Who?
I think it could be Diddy.
Nah.
But I don't feel like that's gonna shake the world up, though.
I feel like it would. It would actually, because like obviously he's waiting trial and shit like that. But
no,
yeah, I don't think it's happening.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's gonna be Diddy because, well, I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna shake the world up because people are gonna, one, because Diddy's in such a negative light, and because Diddy is as iconic as Diddy is, he's more toward the black culture, and Jamie Foxx is somebody that will shake the world up. Or like if a Steve Harvey passed away, everybody knows and loves Steve Harvey, you know, or
Yeah.
like a Kevin Hart, or like a I don't even want to keep naming names, but
Don't
like
even manifest that.
Right.
but just somebody big that will shake the world up. And I'd be like, and I feel like it's gonna be like a Kobe type thing.
It could be.
Yeah, an accident.
No, like just like everybody was like, damn, what the hell? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that. Another one I had is I think we're gonna get a big return to music, like a big one. Like I don't see Rihanna dropping, but like I think we're either gonna get like a Frank Ocean album or like Frank Ocean or Justin Bieber. I think we're gonna get like something like that. Like someone's like it's gonna be like a big return to music. And it's gonna be like a big deal.
I'm really hoping we get that Bieber album. He already confirmed that teased that he's probably gonna drop something. The teaser that he put out, that shit was ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It didn't even sound like no Bieber. It sounded like that demonic era of Doja Cat when she was putting stuff out, or like some like underground Billie Eilish type stuff. But I'm just glad to see Bieber, you know, after like his health issues and having a kid, like to see him back in doing music.
I want to piggyback because I actually didn't write this down, but me and my girl was talking about this the other day. But I think this is a year, and make sure this clip going on our socials. Beyonce's retiring. This is the year. I'm telling you, she's dropping the visuals and she's being a mom, and that's it. It's done. And I don't want to like write her off or anything, but I think she has such a big enough fan base, enough catalog, and enough like stardom, just publicity that she can just sit back and be okay. Like she's always going to be relevant. And I feel like she's done a lot in these past 3 years. And I think that's the signal that like, okay, we're reaching the end type shit.
The only reason I'm disagreeing is because this past week, Beyonce was supposed to make that big announcement, but because the LA fires and stuff, she was like, I'm going to put it off. And I don't think that was going to be anything near a retirement.
I think that's the big announcement. No, I don't think that's the announcement is retirement. I think she's dropping the visuals. If you know the Beehive, they're waiting for these visuals. I think she's about to drop the visuals and then it's retirement.
And then be out.
Yeah.
So Renaissance was like the part 1, and then Cowboy Carter was part 2. There's one more coming. So you think that's gonna be like her last album?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see it happening. I will say this though. I truly do think that I hope not, but just the trajectory of like who's getting accused, I really think like some serious Jay-Z allegations are gonna come out. If that happens, I think they're gonna get a divorce.
Divorce? Nah.
I think she could. Yeah, I think they're gonna get a divorce.
No, bro.
I think Beyonce is gonna want to, because if Jay-Z gets real allegations, I think Beyonce is gonna want to separate herself as much as possible.
I don't think that we talked about this on an episode with when you weren't here with Peyton. I don't think that Beyonce is gonna leave him. Is that what I said?
Riding. Yeah, no, you said it.
Okay.
I remember. I think she's riding. She's riding with Jay-Z. 100%. I'm telling you, she loved that man.
Shit. We'll see. We'll see though. We maybe we're all wrong.
Let's make a note of this, and we coming back to this when we do our episode in December.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see
what came true.
And I will manifest that this podcast, this show, will become greater than any other show in the. It'll be the greatest podcast in the history of shows.
Facts.
Say that.
Mm-hmm. I'm manifesting it. VONT Leak, Justin CHAP, and Justice Greg, Morning Commute Podcast. Thank you for listening. If you're still tapped in, by the way, we are going to do something. We do this every once in a while on the show called Reddit Reactions. It's exactly what it sounds like. We go through Reddit, whether it's Am I the A-hole stories or just people venting, and we try to find stories, and we bring them to the pod, and then we judge you. Because
I wouldn't say we judge. VONT judge you.
I also
well, these two niggas judging you. I'm giving advice. I'm trying to help somebody out here.
Don't take nothing Chap says with a grain of salt. That nigga can't even see the top shelf of the freezer.
he be putting salt in his chitlins.
He don't even got to put anything on him. The fact that he eating chitlins, you don't want to trust anything this man says.
Wait, Chap, do you put anything on your chitlins?
Hot sauce, my guy.
Niggas put hot sauce on everything, bro. Damn. I feel it. I guess that makes sense though.
Do you put I bought a bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce the other day for the first time, and I be eating it with like chicken and like just random meat we have in the house.
Not a Chick-fil-A person at all.
Here you go.
It's overpriced, bro. It's overpriced.
There you go.
It's overpriced.
You know, like anything good, bro.
You want to stand in that long line? You do. You go ahead.
Here he go. Yes, bro.
Nah, it ain't that good to be standing in no line.
It's because Chick-fil-A don't got gizzards and ham hock. Chat be eating. They got regular food, nigga. Honestly, I don't like Chick-fil-A sauce though.
Really? You fuck with the Polynesian?
I go Polynesian. I go Polynesian barbecue and spicy sriracha. I don't know if you had that.
No.
Gas. It's like a spicy sweet and sour sauce.
You gotta put me on.
It's fire, bro. It's fire.
But yeah. So Reddit reactions. I found this in an Am I the A-hole thread. It is Am I the A-hole for not sharing my lottery winnings from a white elephant gift? You hear the cops? It's because I live right next to the hood.
They coming for you.
I live down the street from a hospital, so it's like a 50-50. It's either the hood or the hospital. It's people from the hood going to the hospital is what it is. All right. Here we go for Am I the A-hole on Reddit reactions. The recent family Christmas party was at my house. This is a 22-year-old male. And about 25 people showed up. The traditional game this year was White Elephant. My family plays the dice version with some house rules for context. Anyone who doesn't have a gift by the end of the game will receive $10 as a gift. Trading gifts is allowed only with the $10 consolation gift. And if you don't know what White Elephant is, it's where everybody brings gifts for each other and you have the opportunity to swap. So those were a couple of the added rules in it. So back to the Reddit. The game had a total of about 40 gifts. I ended the game with 4 gifts, and 4 family members ended with none. My gifts were a space heater, windshield wipers, a 20-pound gummy bear, and a $50 Starbucks gift card. Of the 4 people without gifts, 3 of them got rejected, meaning only 1 trade was made. My cousin, who's a 26-year-old female, ended with $50 worth of lottery tickets, but assumed that they would be worth nothing. And I don't go to Starbucks because remember, she got the Starbucks gift card as one of her gifts.
Word.
We couldn't trade because of the rules above and argued that the gift cards and lottery tickets had a numerical value like the $10, so they should be tradable. The family agreed. More gift cards were exchanged. Fast forward a little bit. They were doing some trading, ended with people traded and began using their gifts. So I went to put my gifts back in the room and got a quarter to scratch the 5 $10 tickets. I wasn't expecting to win because they're just lottery tickets. Usually you don't win those. But as I was scratching the second one, about to move on to the third, I did a double take and realized I'd won $25,000.
That's crazy. Ooh. That's crazy.
Not 2,500. That's not 2,500 is 2,500. No, this person won 25 G's.
25 bands. That's crazy.
For a second, I thought they were fake, but my grandma who bought them wouldn't do that. She's an older woman. I sat in my room for a bit and decided to keep quiet about it, knowing how some of my family members might react. I thought about how to tell them, right. I thought about how to tell them throughout the party. When they asked, I said no, that I threw them out. The next day, I asked my mom to come to cash the lottery tickets with me. She, of course, was surprised and told me I needed to go to the casino. My brother thought it was funny, tagged along. He proceeded to post Snapchats of me being handed $100 bills in the casino. Although I told him not to say anything because the commotion it would cause and that I'd share some with the family, but he posted it anyway. And about an hour passes, and now I'm in a group chat with a bunch of people that are family members from the party. I said I'd give everyone who came to the party $250, and they thought I was being selfish. For 30-ish people that attended, that's $7,500 right there. I thought that was beyond fair. Family members who weren't there and argued they shouldn't be excluded. Others argued that 250 wasn't enough if I have $25,000. So after about 30 minutes of arguing, I was pissed, gave up negotiating. I told everyone that I'm sorry that they're not happy with their gifts, but the rules were that all trades were final. So this person wants to know, am I the a-hole for not giving people money? Because they ended up putting $15K in their savings and invested the rest. A lot of the family members are still upset because I guess they think she's cruel and heartless for not giving them more than $250. But is she the a-hole?
No, not at all. I don't think so. I think first of all, offering every single family member $250, I think is generous.
More beyond generous.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like it's her, she won. And I absolutely get why she kept it quiet, because when the whole family knows someone won the lottery, it's not you won, it's we won. And they're gonna expect, like, they're gonna expect some people just expect handouts, bro. And yeah, like, 25K is a lot of money, but it's not that much where you could just be giving it away to everybody, bro. And I feel like I'm sure this is like a large amount of family members, like at least probably like 30 people if we're talking about the family. So $250 30 times, it's gonna add up, you know what I mean? So like I think the family was being totally selfish, and I get their decision for sure. I would have done the same thing.
I can imagine a person sitting in their room like, damn, do I tell them? Do I not? Bro, don't tell them. Come on now. Whenever somebody wins the lottery, I don't even know why people go on the news and put on the mask and shit. I'm not even doing all that. Like, they can finna notice my hand. Like, yeah, that's him. Like, no, don't tell anybody. Put that shit in the savings. Don't even go on vacation yet, because I feel like you go on vacations, people might get some type of clue, and then they want to rob you. Come on now.
The brother is
he's an op. He's an op, bro.
He fucked it up.
Number one op, bro. Number one op.
Bro, honestly, I would have been like, nah, nigga, you stay home, bro. Like, I would tell my mom, honestly, bro, I don't even know if I would have told my mom. Actually, no, my mom probably would have kept it low. But yeah, definitely in like 30 people's max, bro. I probably would have had like my folks, my brother, maybe my cousin getting bread, my grandma.
My thing is, you're not required to give that. Like this person was giving out of the generosity of their heart. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just doing it because they wanted to be nice. They felt like, wanted to give some money to the people that were there, type shit. But at the end of the day, nobody wanted these lottery tickets, or nobody traded these lottery tickets. It's rightfully mine. So be happy that I'm giving. I could have gave you $5. Be happy.
That's what she says in the Reddit. She says that the limit for the white elephant, like the gift giving limit, was $100. So the fact that I'm giving you 250 of my earnings from the ticket is more than generous, because I don't have to give you anything. I think that she is a little bit of an a-hole, because depending on, there's select family members, if you win the lottery, you know that you're going to take care of. Like I always said that even if I don't win the lottery, I want to take my mom and my dad and my stepmom and my grandma and sisters on vacation or whatever. So I don't think like extended family that, or not even extended, but like just not immediate family members. I think 250 was more than generous. But if now all of a sudden you're saying like, no, yeah, you a little bit of an a-hole because you have the money. Why not give or help somebody out?
It's my money. What do you mean? Like,
one thing I disagree with her is she was like, oh yeah, I can't leave certain people out. Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can. You can, like, mom, dad, yeah, you get bread. Third cousin, fuck out of here. Like, yeah, like certain people just not getting bread. Yeah, like, yeah, I would have done the same thing, bro. I'll be honest with you. I would have done the same fucking thing.
Third cousin is crazy. I get what you're saying, Vaughn, but at the same time, it's like, just because I have it, because you can say the same thing about people, like rich people who have money and then they don't give to like charity type shit. It's their money. They work for it. Like they decide what they want to do with it. At the end of the day, if I didn't win this money, you'll be in the same spot as you were now. Now I gave you 250, you 250 more. Be happy.
Real. First of all, that the point of the game is you pick the gifts, right? Like you picked whatever, like you picked the vase, the vacuum, whatever fucking gift you got. You picked the air fryer, so be happy with that. I picked the lottery tickets, so it was my gift. And two, Christmas is supposed to be about giving anyway. It's not about getting gifts; it's about giving.
But
so
you didn't
happy that I got the lottery tickets. You know what I mean? Like,
but I didn't know when I gave the lottery ticket up that it was going to have this much money on it, though.
Then you know what?
Well, that was the
you didn't believe enough.
Right.
You didn't believe enough.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I just think that chipping off a little bit for the for the immediate family members wouldn't have hurt her.
But what they would have done that same thing to me. You also got to ask that, because like you said, we're giving to people, but then at the same time, if you had that money and I needed something, would you take that out of your pocket?
I don't know, but I can't control what other people are going to do.
You got to, I feel like that's in my thought process. I think we talked about this before, but like giving gifts, this is in my thought process of getting somebody something or giving something that's mine. Would they do it for me? Sometimes I would say yes, depending on what the situation. But at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to set boundaries for myself now. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I was in a period in my life where I was just giving, and nobody's returning. That shit stops. And I feel like this person has they shouldn't feel bad about doing that.
Yeah.
Something else. Related but unrelated. I don't know how white elephants work. How did 4 people end up with no gifts? You just gave everything back? You didn't fuck with anything?
They ain't want nothing.
Well, then you don't get shit from me. You're not getting $250 either, because you're probably gonna go give it to somebody. Not sure about you. We, myself, VONT Leak, Justin Chap, and Justice Greg, we're all Gen Z, right?
Type shit.
I don't
Right.
identify with Gen Z, but yeah, technically we are.
I think Gen Z is like 1997 to 2010, and then it
Yeah.
dips into like Gen Alpha or Gen whatever.
Gen Alpha, yeah.
Well, I saw this article online that 26% of Gen Zers have brought a parent to a job interview.
What's the percentage?
26%.
That's a little high for me.
That's high, bro.
But it dips even more into that, right? So what people are saying is 37% of people of Gen Zers had parents come into the office, I guess into the waiting room to sit with them. 26% of those people said the parent physically sat in the room with them while the interview was going on. And 18% said that their parent introduced themselves to the hiring manager while the interview was happening.
That's insane.
Oh, I can see the last part because I've had like my first interview I went on. My mom was there. You know, she introduced herself, whatever. But I did the interview on my own type shit.
But what job was this? What was this?
This is a camp. It was a summer camp type thing.
I still feel like that's a bit much, but I could understand it.
But it was after like the person came out like, oh, like your son's great, and then my mom's like, yeah, like this is, you know, I'm his mother type shit, whatever.
So you're one of the people in this that did this poll.
Hell no, I'm still not bringing my parent inside the interview. I feel like that's crazy.
I just think that's like such a Gen Alpha, whatever like the generation after Gen Z type thing is. Because what that like how self-insufficient are you?
Exactly, bro. It just seems so like it seems more than childish. Like it's like, can you not function on your own? Like, what the fuck is like? You're an adult now. If you're getting a job, that means you're entering adulthood. You don't need your fucking mommy to hold your hand for you. Like, what do you still have your fucking training wheels on your bike? The fuck? Like, you still use a booster seat, nigga? Like, grow up.
Now, again, this is Gen Z, so it's like a 23-year time span. So this could be, because Chat brought up a good point, this could be anywhere from like now, us Gen Zers getting career-ish jobs in our 20s, or when we were 16 years old, getting a job at like Rita's. Because like Chaps, I did that same thing when I got my job at Rita's when I was 15. And so this doesn't clarify like where, like at what age these Gen Zers did that. Like my mom was waiting outside for me because she dropped me off. I couldn't drive outside of Rita's. And then whenever I got the job, my boss like opened the door for me. And then my mom was like, oh, thanks for hiring him. Hi, I'm Geneva, blah, blah, blah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Bringing your parent inside, like I feel like that's just insane to me, bro. Because I feel like interviews is something that you're gonna have to learn to do.
It's a skill. It's a life skill.
Yeah, like you have to learn how to nail interviews. You know what I mean? Now it's easier because a lot of them are like virtual. So
bro, I hate virtual interviews.
Honestly, me too.
Why?
Bro, it's so like it's such a disconnect. Like I'm a social person. I'd rather be in the setting with someone where I can talk with them one-on-one. I feel like on Zoom, on whatever, it just I'm just answering the questions and then it's a goodbye. I feel like you don't really know me. I don't know you either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. But even like virtual, like imagine you're on the computer, you have your fucking mom next to you. Like it's giving like you can't, like if you can't handle an interview by yourself, how you gonna handle the job by yourself?
Agree.
You know what I mean?
I kind of disagree with the whole preferring in-person interviews. I think in almost all the jobs that I've gotten in the past like 5 years, I think most of them have been Zoom interviews because of, you know, the nature of like COVID and like like whatever.
It's lazy.
It's lazy. And I do agree that there's like a vibe thing in person, but I do like I applied for an internship at NBC and I definitely was on Teams or Zoom. And when she was asking me questions, I had prepped them and I was looking at my Google Doc right next to my Zoom.
That's the only thing to help.
So I do fuck with that aspect. It's like when you used to take a test in school. You used to love when they were on the computer as opposed to like writing them down because you had nowhere to hide the answers. Whereas if you were on the computer, you could open up another tab or something.
Word.
But yeah, this generation, again, we have to remember this generation, I think would be more acceptable. Like my little sister, she's 14. Or I guess she's Gen Z. But the Zoom era of kids that was born in this era and kind of younger, like my 9-year-old sister, I don't think it's a good thing at all, but I could see that more for them. If this is us, though, the Gen Zers, come on, y'all, we got to do better.
The only, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. But the only reason I can see someone bring their parent if it's like a negotiation and compensation, and they really can't stand up for themselves. I still feel like you shouldn't be bringing the parent because you should know how to negotiate because your parent's not going to be there the whole time. But in like some worst case scenario thing, I feel like a parent will be there to be like, hey, like I read this job description. I think my son should be getting more than that.
Yeah, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro.
No.
This is unacceptable, man. And I don't care like what you fall under, whether you're a fucking boomer, Gen, Alpha, Beta, whatever. This is unacceptable, bro. Like, hold these kids accountable. Do not bring your fucking mom to your interview or your dad, whoever, bro. Because where's the line end? Like, are you gonna start bringing your mom on dates because you can't handle a date? You know what I mean? Like
Bingo.
When is it gonna end? Like, some shit you got to do on your own. You have to grow up. Like, you got to take the training wheels off. Like, damn, nigga. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's 26% is insane to me.
It's
26 is high.
1 in 4 Gen Zers. This article also says roughly one quarter of people have had their parents submit job applications on their behalf, and another 13% admit to having their parents complete their HR screening calls.
That's just lazy, but I can see that happening.
I can see happening, but like bringing them to the interview is nutty, bro.
Like, imagine like your boss. Like, imagine you're going to apply for like I don't know, a law firm is too serious, but like a job in radio for us, or I don't like a technical position or some shit. And you walk in, and then your mom just comes in behind you as your boss is trying to close the door, and your mom's like, oh, excuse me, son, you forgot your jacket. Oh, hi, I'm just his mom. Yeah, I'll just be sitting here. Don't mind me. And then she's playing like freaking Flappy Bird or Wordle in the corner of the office. Like, don't mind me.
Yeah, it's nasty.
And then like your boss is interviewing you, like, so what are some of your strengths? And then your mom's in the corner like, oh, Jimmy, don't forget to tell him you don't like doing the dishes.
Please send me this.
Smart.
You said what?
My baby's smart. My baby a hard worker.
Right.
Thank you, mom.
Thank you, mom. It's crazy. Send me the study because I want to see if they have something where they tell like the age too. I need to know, like, because if it's mad people our age, I'm gonna be mad disappointed.
I did just see it. Hold, please. It said something about they are like our age.
Oh God. Bro.
The cited study specified they polled 18 to 27-year-olds.
Oh my God, bro.
Does it specify like certain races?
No, it does not. It doesn't get that. They didn't do that much studying.
I would love to know that, like, which races did it more than others, or if it was just mixed.
But it also says we need to keep in mind that the youngest members of Gen Z right now are 12 years old.
Yeah, so like, but that's why I asked. But you just said the study is 18 to 27. It's a little scary.
It's just, bro, these people are lacking like basic skills they're gonna need in life. Like, my first job, I got it on my own. Like, I remember before that, my mom would take me to different stores, like, go talk to the manager. Mm-hmm. Even though you know what they're gonna say, apply online. But it's like, no, go shake her hand. She made me put on a tie and all that bullshit. And it was me. She wasn't going with me. It was me going in. You know what I mean?
That's why I disagree with like the virtual interviews and stuff like that. Because I remember a time where, like, I don't know if y'all had a job when you were in high school type shit, but having to go get work papers, right? Mm-hmm. Straight paper, bro. Had to go get this sign. Had to go get that sign. Going to the interview, preparing. Had to put on the outfit type shit. You know, like, those are skills that you want to learn for life. And I feel like a lot of students are not getting that. They're just throwing some hoodie on, they hopping on the Zoom, they're not asking questions at the end, and then when they don't get the job, it's like, oh, they discriminating against me type shit. Bro, come on now.
You just said something that brought back such a memory. I remember when I just turned 15, and my first and the longest job I've ever had was at Rita's, which is like an Italian ice and custard place. And my dad has always told me to this day, no matter what you're doing, where you are, you put on not a suit and tie, but like a nice shirt and a tie. And I wore a dress. I looked like I was going to Sunday service, wearing like a tie and shit. And I remember when I walked in for that interview, my boss at Rita's, Jeff, he was like, "Oh, you just come from church or something?" And I was like, "Yes." I wasn't. I wasn't.
It was Wednesday.
I got the job right. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday and it was night. It was 6 p.m.
Honestly, bro, it's definitely a cultural thing, bro. Because I have a very similar situation, bro. I used to work at Foot Action, which is a sneaker store, and of course, mom made me wear a full dress shirt, slacks, dress shoes. I was even like, "Yo, can I wear sneakers?" And so sneaker store's like, "Nope, dress shoes." And I rolled in there. It was a group interview. It was me and 3 other people. Bro, we pulling up in jeans. The one nigga had sweatpants, and then it's just me. I look like the fucking manager. The manager in jeans. And it's just like it was. I mean, I got the job, but like it's just funny how we were raised like that, bro.
Sir, what role are you applying for? Store associate.
It's a good skill. Like even when I did that virtual interview for an internship, my dad said like no, even if you're virtual,
Dress
wear
shirt.
dress shirt. No, like
Yes,
everything. I was like even shoes and pants. And I kid you not, I don't know what else I was interviewing for. Maybe it was when I interned at Sirius, but somebody asked me, they were like, can we see you? Can you back up? So I had to stand up and show them that I was wearing like dress pants and shoes. Like, and I almost didn't. So I'm glad that I did.
Wait, why did they ask you?
Wait, yeah, they're lucky not supposed to ask you that.
I have no clue. I don't remember, but somebody
You should call HR, but they're
Right.
can you do a 360?
imagine they would see how like tall I was. Like, oh yeah, he can't work here. He can't ball.
Excuse me, Mr. Lee, can you back that ass up, please? Oh, that's nasty,
Can
bro.
you stand a profile angle so that way we can just see how big your bulge is? Like what?
What job is this?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
They asked for a fit check. That's crazy.
On another like conversation topic, like I feel like we pacify this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the world we live in now. Just like virtual interviews, the same people we be interviewing, the interviewer, they be in some crazy shit too. Like it's some interviews I got into, and I'll be like, "Yo, who are you?" Like you're literally have the phone in your hand. You walking around your house like it's like where's the professionalism these days? And I feel like we can't teach the younger kids that if we don't enforce that.
Yeah. Gen Z, get it together.
Yeah, bro. Facts.
Get your lives together. Thank you so much for listening. I miss doing this, man. We were off for like 3 weeks, but we were back for 2025. Brothers, it is first of all, always a good thing to talk to y'all and chop it up.
Word.
Except you, Chap.
We get this demand. You never come and visit me when I'm here. Da, 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 da.
Well, because of that, I'm
Yeah,
over
shut
you
up,
now.
nigga.
'Cause I'm over you now. The novelty is worn off.
Von's gonna start playing hard to get now.
Right.
I got to, because
Yeah, I know your worth.
come on now.
I'm gonna call him one day. He,
Fuck
gonna,
that shit.
he about to hit me with the voicemail.
Yep.
Talk that shit.
Next week, Von can pull up with a cut, and it's gonna Chap will change his tune. Hey, big head.
Yeah.
Whether like I said all the time, whether this is your first time listening or you're a long time listener, no matter what, thank you for just tapping into this nonsense that we call a show.
Yes, sir.
We got new episodes of Morning Commute Podcast every Monday morning, and you have no excuse to not listen to this episode because it's fucking Martin Luther King Day. So you're off of work or school, and you should celebrate MLK Day by listening to the blackest motherfucking podcast.
Facts.
So you can find us on Instagram and maybe TikTok. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll see.
At Morning Commute Pod, always posting clips and updates and shit there. Go follow us. Our followers are growing, but like not it. Chap is growing a lot more, and that's saying a lot because Chap is like 4'2". So go follow us at Morning Commute Pod. You can follow me on Instagram at VONT Always something coming with Big Leak. And listen, you can find me every single Monday through Friday on the Dave Ryan Show, listening to that on the iHeartRadio app as well. One of the new features on the iHeart app is you can set preset. They just improved the iHeart app, a couple of new features, but you can set presets. And one of them is like the same way you have buttons in your car. So make Morning Commute your number one preset. That way you can always wake up with new episodes.
Word. I love
Nice.
that. You can find me at Justin Chap, JUSTYNCHAP. I'm really excited for this year, brothers. I think we're going up from here. So just stay tuned. And thank you for all the loyal listeners. Make sure you tell somebody about it.
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Instagram _injustice. You can subscribe to Supervillain Studios on YouTube. Check out our other content. Old episodes of the Supervillain Show. New episode of the No Look Podcast is out. And so we got some other new content on the channel too. Tap into that.
OnlyFans.
Merch is finally out. www.supervillainstudios.net. Go cop your villain merch right now. The link will be down below. The link is in my bio. And yeah, all the international homies follow us on TikTok for sure because it's gone in the States, but everybody in the UK, Japan, all that follow us on TikTok.
Somebody say you selling dongs. That's true.
I don't know where you heard that information from, chat. I don't know.
Honestly, you should, because that'd be evil as fuck, which is right on brand.
Villain songs.
Yes, villain thongs.
Is that the V? The V?
Oh, this week. Maybe the summertime.
Brothers, I always love coming on here to just chop it up and just talk bullshit with y'all. I feel like 2025 is gonna be a big year for us.
For sure.
I do.
Word.
We have if you don't know, we used to do this show back in college, and so this is like technically our 5th year of doing this show.
Ooh.
Which is nuts. But I feel like this year is going to be truly big for this podcast and for us just as individuals. And I hope you listening, it's a big year for you. Thanks for making us a part of your year and your week and your day. And without further ado, episode 15 is done. We will talk to you. Have a great, I know today is a really, really shitty day. Transparently. It's a lot going on in the world. TikTok
For some,
is gone.
for some.
Yeah, for some. TikTok is gone. Trump is back. But have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.